Hello and welcome to Design or Design. My name is Maria and today we're going to be taking a look into the fashion scene, checking out different fashion shows and particularly paying attention to the beauty trends. So that means makeup, that means hair. I used to do nails, but nails are really hard to capture when the models are walking and there's not enough photos to have all the little details. So let's just start with the face. Yes. By the way, if you love fashion, if it makes your day to think about what you're gonna wear tomorrow, then I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. I basically only talk about fashion, so you'll probably enjoy that. And let's talk about the lips first and classic red. Yes, I'm wearing classic red as well. This is classic. This is one of the colors that basically you cannot go wrong with, but you should pick out the red for your skin tone. You have more of a cooler skin tone, which means the red needs to be a little bit on a pinkish side, while if you have a warmer skin tone, you could go a little bit orange to kind of tie in your skin to the lipstick. Sometimes there's like a little bit of a sheer moment that happening with the lipstick, so that way it kind of mixes in with your natural complexion, so that always works as well. If you like a statement lip, red, you can never go wrong with it. It is such a classical color. All right, we're talking about glossy lips, and this is a Y2K moment that's coming back, so we see a lot of gloss on the stage compared to the matte lipsticks that we have been doing. Like, okay, I'm wearing matte, but it's okay. It's red. I don't know how this works because I am so tired of not wearing lipstick because of all the masks, and if it's gonna be glossy, the gloss will like stay on the mask. Like, I don't know what is going on. Maybe during the summer there will be like less masks that are need to be worn. I don't know, but designers are saying Y2K moments are coming back. Gloss is the way to go. All right, let's talk about the darker lips. And this is quite refreshing for the spring summer trends because usually dark lips are considered to be more fall winter kind of colors, but this is I quite like it. I love dark lipstick and I was missing it for so long, so I'm very excited to be wearing dark lipstick this summer. We'll see how it works because of the mask situation, but fingers crossed that we'll be okay. And yeah, so we see different colors, darks, purples, blacks, maybe like a deeper reds, and yeah. All right, let's go into the eyes next. So we see a lot of interesting eyeliner that's going on, either a very thick cat eye, or Givenchy had that like weird like drawn on exaggerated eyes with like lashes. Christian Dior had the double wing. I really want to try that out. I think that would work with my eye very well. We also see that interesting eyeliner shape from Emilia Wickstead and Coach, Richmond, and many more. Let's move on to sparkle. If you haven't watched my previous videos on the trends for spring summer 2022, there's lots of sparkle on the runway, and that doesn't mean that it is only on the clothing. We see so much of that, of sparkles on the face as well. Like Acne Studios even had it on their lips. We see a lot of face applique in Etro. We also seen some of that in Crotchley. Blue Marine had a lot of just sparkles, like body sparkles all over, like in their hair, on the body. It was chaos. I don't want to imagine that happening. Like, you will never have a sparkle-free house ever. There's also an interesting trend of highlighting odd parts of your body, like your ear, for example, with like glitter. And there was also one show where they highlighted the nose. Kenneth. Yeah, that's odd. But you know, to each their own. Pastels. All right, so if you don't want to experiment with the sparkles because you're maybe have a fear of glitter, you can just do it with the colors. So we do see a lot of very soft soft pastels that are happening on the runways. Doesn't really matter what color, but yeah, just think about what would look best on your skin type. Whether it's a warmer color that you need, like a coral, or maybe a cooler one, like purple. All right, moving on to more exaggerated colors, like neon colors. So Versace basically had a full show of very bright eye makeup, very neon greens, reds. We also see neon accents. Prattle Garoon all had the accents on the inner and outer corners of the eye, and those very bright neon colors, whether it's pink, neon green, maybe purple, just yeah. I think this would be a very easy trend to try out because you don't really need to have mastered the art of makeup, so you can just, you know, do like little spot here and there. Mansa Maison as well as Anna Sui. All right, let's move on to something else. Smoky eyes. Yes, this is a very classical kind of an makeup trend for the eyes, but for the summer, spring summer, it is a little bit sultry. So we do see these sultry, smoky eyes, whether like in more subtle browns, or maybe completely like black out black smoky eyes. It completely up to you. I would go for more of the brown lighter look probably for the spring summer, but if you wanna, you know, go ahead and go crazy, nobody's stopping you. All right, cheeks. As you may see, I'm wearing some of a brighter cheek today, and we do see some of this also on the runways. Fendi, Anna Sui, and Helen Anthony all wanted to bring that attention to the cheekbones. Sometimes it was kind of very close to the eye and like kind of continuing like what I have right now. You should follow your face. Like there are makeup rules that go to each facial structure. So for instance, if you have more of a square face, you need to try to do more diagonals in order to kind of uplift it and make it a different shape. If it's like more, I don't know, circular, then you need to apply it like differently. I'm not sure how to do it. I'm not a professional makeup artist, but maybe consult with some professional makeup artists how you should apply blush. Okay, next one up is brows. Let's talk about brows. So we do still see very bushy brows, an accent on it, so making them even more bushy, kind of like not super perfect though. We've seen those perfect eyebrows, and let's face it, not everybody has them. So this time it's a little bit more messy, a little bit like, I don't know. I don't have bushy eyebrows, so I wouldn't be able to tell you anything about that. Don't worry if your eyebrows aren't as luxurious. You can just rock your natural brow as well, but just let them grow out. That's what we're thinking. So instead of the Y2K moment of like almost no brows, we are keeping our brows. Yes, high five. I don't know who high-fived me back, but thank you. It's either lots of brows or no brows at all. So we see a lot of bleached eyebrows on the runways, either like completely gone, or maybe they're still there, but they're of a different color than your actual hair. And we've seen this in quite a few shows. Looking at this now, it seems like these are the same models that I'm showing you, but in different shows. Yes, that might be. Maybe there's like 5 models that did that. But because they're keep getting hired by a brand or different brands, that means that they're doing something right. Usually models don't just think about like, oh, I'm gonna shave off my brows. You know, they do something in order to get more castings, in order to get more jobs. So usually it's a professional stylist that do it. So yes. Okay, moving on. If you're enjoying this content so far and would like to support my channel, all you need to do is like this video and subscribe to it if you're not already, and maybe write down a little nice comment down below. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. So we're talking about hair now. Yes, we've reached that. Right now we're talking about kind of like easy ways of wearing your hair, like without a huge dramatic change. And we see a lot of braids that are going on. And braids are considered part of the protective hairstyles in all types of hair. So what is a protective hairstyle? Is basically a hairstyle that you can sleep in it, or maybe is just for your everyday life kind of thing. The less damage that you make to your ends, the longer they will serve you, if you know what I mean. So when it's in a braid, all of the ends right here are protected and they don't tend to break. This is very popular in Black culture. And remember, there was a huge blow up about Kardashians, although they're white, wearing black hairstyles. I am not sure that we should be attacking other females for trying to experiment with their hair. Maybe their hair is not meant for that, because usually different textured hair kind of need to have their own protective hairstyles, right? So I've read a nice article about Sere Alonge, which I'm going to link down in the description box below. You could take a look. And I feel like in today's society, we put blame on so many people. It's so easy to get canceled for something that we shouldn't blame somebody for trying to do something different. Like, I don't know. If you're a person of color, let me know down in the comments below how it makes you feel when somebody of a different race is wearing those hairstyles that are particularly from your background. See, in Mosquito, lots of beads on the hair. I just wonder how heavy that hairstyle is, but maybe I will never know. Okay, side bangs. All right, so if you remember, if you take a look back, we had a very prominent center part. And right now we see a lot of side bang, like maybe a little curtain bang. If they're not bangs, the hair is styled to kind of have that little swoop down the forehead. Or maybe it's just a very tight butt side part. This is, I believe, coming from the Y2K trends where the side part was so popular. I feel like a side part can look good. I particularly really like the ones that are from Vivienne Westwood and Altazara, something more sleek, at least for myself. But if you like more volume, you can see that there are plenty of examples here too, like in Moschino having all these hairstyles. Michael Kors also having a side part moment. Almost all of their models were wearing it if they had longer hair. We also see it kind of styled with a shorter bob, having it parted on the side. Yeah. All right, you guys, let's move on to wet hair effects. So that means like when you just washed your hair, you put a lot of like mousse in it or gel in it, and then it kind of just keeps that wavy, like a beachy look. But like some of these look as if they're like drenched. I wonder how much product is in their hair. So maybe leave this to more of a dirty hair day where you can just like smother it in gel and just go wild. I kind of tried it today, but I don't think I had enough. And I had only like mousse, so it's already dry and it doesn't really look wet, but it is sleek, so I like it a lot. Okay, so we have these in so many different shows. Right now we're looking at Chloe. We also have it in Versace, Fendi Versace collaboration. We also have this in Lanvin. We also have this wet look in Alexander McQueen, but more of like very tidy. I wouldn't say like, does it look wet? It does look wet, okay. We also have this in Balenciaga and Simon Rocha, like Simon Rocha, they were drenched. Miu Miu, yes. All right, center part is still here. Okay, I love center part. I feel like so classy and kind of back to my roots. I'm originally from Russia, and I don't know why, it just seems like a Russian way of wearing it. Like there would be a center part and like a braid going back. Mwah, love it. So we see this being worn either with a ponytail of some sort, or maybe just go wearing your hair down but having that center part. I think that's like depending on your face shape, face structure, you would need to decide what way to wear it, either center part or side part. Usually if your facial features are very symmetrical, then a center part is preferable just because it kind of keeps it all symmetrical. If you feel like there's some asymmetry in your face, then wear it on a side. All right, let's move on to a very, 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 very sleek ponytail. So as far as like wearing your hair with parts, we also see it just pulled back in super sleek ponytail of some sort, or maybe it's just your hair kind of very sleek on to the side, very tight, very, very sleek. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say sleek, but here we are. I also really like this style. I feel like it's very comfortable. It's not gonna get your hair in your face at all. Yeah. All right, let's talk about hair accessories. So we do see a lot of little like pins, whether they're sparkly or maybe they're more like a metallic skin like in Fendi. We also see more of symmetrical look with having both sides with the same kind of a hair clip from Fendi, Versace. Tom Ford also had a lot of their clips on the side, and I like it. If you like to accessorize, I encourage you to check out my video about all of the trendy accessories. Probably there's gonna be a link right here, but maybe you should watch till the end. Anyways, bangs. Do you like bangs? Have you ever thought about bangs? Well, maybe it's your time to try them out. We see a lot of bangs on the runways. It's kind of my dream to get bangs, but then I think maybe not, because I think bangs are very high maintenance. And if you have time for that, great. If you don't, if you wash your hair once a week like me, then probably not for you. All right, and let's talk about natural hair. We see so many models rocking their natural texture on the runways, and this is so great that fashion is embracing all types of hair, and they're saying it's okay, you can wear your hair that way, you know? I love it. My hair is super straight and I can never keep a curl, like even to save my life. They just go straight as soon as I go outside. Where I live, it's a little bit of a moisture environment, so yes, so your hair goes to your natural state like that. But look at those. Hair doesn't matter. Curly, wavy, super straight. And look at the length. We see very long hair in Versace Fendi collaboration, like to the butt or even below it. I love it. We see super long braids in Erdem. They're just, I used to have hair like this, and then I cut it to my waistline. And now it's growing back a little bit, but it's not quite the same. Versace. Super, super long hair. I'm quite happy about it. Too bad I cut it, but it's okay. So if you're thinking about more of a shorter cut, so this is the next stage. We're talking about cuts now. It's more dramatic changes to your hair. Then bob is still does. It was pretty hot a few seasons back, and it's still going. There's, yeah, so many bob cuts. How long, how short you want the bob cut totally is up to your face structure. So for instance, if your face is very square-like, I kind of have a square-like face, don't have your hair ending here. No, because it will make it more voluminous and it will look like a more of a square than it is. If your face is more like a V shaped, then you can have any length, honestly. So square jaw, longer bob is the way to go, because it will hide kind of your cheeks and it won't accent on those, on the wideness of your jawline. And we've seen these in Dolce & Gabbana. We also see this in Chanel, as well as in Loewe. Okay, if you're thinking about going even shorter, pixie cuts. We see so many pixie cuts, MSGM, Miu Miu. We also seen this in Alexander McQueen. We also seen Pixie cuts in Chanel shows. We also seen them in Balenciaga. We also seen them in Dolce Gabbana. We also seen them in Gucci, Altazara, you name it. You name it. Valentino. Okay, yeah, lots of shows. I'm thinking that you are seeing this right now and you get the point. I don't know. I would never be brave enough to cut my hair that short just because I feel like you need to have a natural beauty in order to pull it off. I feel like I would look too much as like an ugly boy when if I ever cut my hair off. But to each their own. If you have an interesting symmetrical like face, go ahead, like do it. I think it will be so cool. We also see a little bit more of a risque versions of those pixie cuts, which aren't pixie cuts anymore if there aren't. Anyways, mullets, mullets, business in the front, party in the back kind of situation, but female versions. So we see shorter hair at the front and a little bit longer hair at the back, maybe going to like the almost the shoulder. Okay, if that wasn't short enough for you, we see super short haircuts as well. So kind of less than a pixie cut. Some may say this is a buzz cut, like in Valentino or maybe Alexander McQueen. We also have this very short haircut in Dolce Gabbana and Gucci and Chloe and Fendi. So, yeah, once again, I feel like you need to have a very, very beautiful face or maybe very unique features in order to pull off a very, very short haircut or basically wear makeup every day in order to have that. But, this is only my opinion. Okay, moving on. Color. All right, if you love color, and we're not talking about just going blonde or brunette or whatever, then these are the color to go for. We see so many pink tints, purples, even hair like colored weirdly. Maybe even like having one of those, spray cans that you just like spray on your hair when it's like blonde in more of a pastel colors. Here we are. So many very light pink hair on the runway. Like this model, I'm not sure what's her name is, but she's everywhere and she has pink hair and it's pretty cool. I think that it is very damaging to your hair unless you already have very platinum blonde hair and you just like colored a tint, right? But if you need to get your hair stripped of all the color, then that is maybe a little bit dangerous. Anyways, guys, we have come to the end. Please comment down below which is your go-to makeup item, like maybe an accent that you like to do. Is it the eyes? Is it the lips? Do you prefer to have kind of your natural hair color or do you like to color it in any funky colors? I'm very excited to hear from you. If you'd like to know more about the trends that are happening for spring summer 2022, there's gonna be a playlist here somewhere very soon that will get you to all of the videos are made so far for the spring summer 2022. If you aren't already, please consider to subscribe to this channel as I'm pretty little tiny YouTuber still and I would really appreciate it. All right, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and yeah, stay classy. Bye.